For this project, I don't have 5 minutes, so I'll be quick. I was, I really wanted to be seen from like how ambitious, right? Could we push Weavy? And for me, it's always been like, could you do an entire campaign from beginning to end, the entire workflow, as much as possible, as you're learning it, right, with the lessons and et cetera. I chose to do a whole campaign based on a stat that I found, which is basically that 95% of schools run shooting drills to protect children from gun violence, right? And that's a little absurd. And is there an idea that helps to bring that critical truth to the masses, right? So I based it on like what a campaign would encompass: a video, print images, resizes, and copy. So I'm gonna start with the video, and then I'll quickly show the visuals, and now hopefully walk you through in a way that you guys can listen to me the workflow. So let me know if you can hear this.
5 times stronger than steel by weight. Soft enough for school wear. Thermoregulating. Moisture wicking. Impact absorbing. Built to take whatever comes. The Kevlar Suit, now accepting pre-orders. 95% of American schools teach children to run from bullets. What will it take to save a child's life?
All right. So that's the video. And then here are the actual stills. Again, I'll walk you through all of it, but basically build these campaigns. So the main message: full body Kevlar, available K through 12, NJ level 3, machine washable, and then there's a stat, just taking pre-order. So that's one environment, one world for consistency. Here was another ad, right, that we would create for that campaign. So just showing the ways and how that could be rich. And then again, what I love about Weavy is like you can even create more versions, right? So this was using the compositor and resizing for like actual, materials. Like that could be a banner, that could be a web thing, that could be all these different things. Surviving homeroom shouldn't require armor, designed for when the lockdown isn't a drill. And here, because a desk is not a defense strategy. So again, really looking at the consistency between the images, super powerful stuff that, was a lot of fun learning and going through the whole workflow.
One
Now,
minute.
very quickly, I'll just take you through it, right? So again, using all the lessons and thinking of again, still learning this stuff, but going through it, created the character. And this was one of our, I think our first lessons was building a body system, a body sheet, right? Upscaling the face and going through the process of getting really high end there, using our system prompts. And then I broke this down basically in like workflows. So here is the making of the character, right? And then I have two scenes, right? And for each of those, I created some ideation, some background ideation. So in this case, I found a reference of someone under a desk, and then I fed that into a system. I asked for a ton of different versions of scenes, something that would fit. And, in this scene, for example, it took me, I found an interesting scene. Then using some of the tools that we have and using prompts like Painter, I would removed the
Wow.
portion I didn't need. I inserted the new character. Obviously went through a couple different versions there. And then there's a lot of this back end like adjustments of sizes. I wanted to crop it differently, use the crop. Here, I'm just putting this here because this was figuring out how to give it a color grade that I wanted to pull into the images so they could feel consistent. And that was again something else I picked up. So I just
Mm-hmm.
put it here, but you get a sense of like where and how I built that. So then from this shot, you'll see, yeah, so this is, yeah, so here's that shot. And then I was making like mini updates, right? So I was upscaling the hands because they weren't looking right and but still maintaining the integrity of the scene. I had some different models helping and checking which ones, worked best for the task. So here, let me see if I can do this real quick. Yeah, here. Yeah, why it's not gonna let me. But yeah, did a lot of comparing. Going real quick. Second scene, same workflow, right? So I picked a generic image that had a base composition. I worked with the LLMs to give me, coloring that I liked, and I did the same thing by bringing in the character into that specific scene. I played around with that to where I got happy, and then that sets up, you know, the workflow for each individual scene. And I'm thinking about like campaigns, each one will have their own unique issues to overcome. So I separated them. Then, moving into the video part, I bring in this, which has already been done and served. And then I have a whole matrix here where, each of these architects are basically creating unique angles and shots for the video. So these are tights, these are wides and bodies, and these are more hands. And if you go in here, you could see the logic and how that pulls through. And then from there, I found more of these. I was really finding the ones that were the best versions. Those were being up-res where they needed to be, and I created this as my final videos. And then here is, taking those final two static images and using those as a base with an architect to help me build out some explorations on different sizes and compositions and scenes. And then using the compositor nodes, I would go in, adjust the copy, and fit everything. And then here, just for the sake of the course, I put everything, the video, the two ads, and then just the different sizings and ways to explore the character. All right. I hope
Awesome.
me because I couldn't hear myself
It
in the
went,
thing.
it's awesome. It went a bit over, but it's fine. It
Sorry about that.
was a large workflow to cover. Awesome. I mean, Itai, what do you reckon?
Come on, man. This is beautiful. First of all, it throws me back to my VFX days because it started out with such a beautiful shot hovering above the fabric, and it was and at the beginning, and I think you nailed storytelling, and I think the concept is brilliant. I mean, selling a product in order to tell about and I was sad, it touched my heart. So what can
Mm-hmm.
be more of that, right? I think it's incredible work. I really would like you to explain how you managed to control the color grading with such detail. I mean, you went through that part fast, and I wasn't sure I got it, and it was interesting.
Yes, yes. And that was here, let me go to that. Where is it?
I saw you had a reference there with like all shades of color or something.
Yeah, and that was a lesson that Rayoni taught us. Here we
Mm-hmm.
go. So style extraction. So basically, working with a system prompt, you upload an image from Shot
Mm-hmm.
and
Dex.
then you ask it exactly right, and then keeping that in play gave me the color grade. And I did two different ones, so I did this one, and then for this one to keep it consistent, but I wanted to create like my own workflow for it. I did it within the actual image, right? So here you see the prompt replay. Let me see, where is it? Yeah, so cinematic still. Yeah, so this is feeding into this, and then that was fed into Nano Banana with the
Hmm.
references that I had built into it.
That's brilliant,
Beautiful.
man. I mean, that's really professional, high-end work. Uh, you know, starting with a great concept and then going through the really inspiring cinematography and workflow building. So full respect, man.
No, thank you. I mean, again, a lot of props to Rayoni and the team and it's everyone. It's been awesome. Like all that's been, yeah, just learning it and
And
trying.
my apologies for that. Weave is not equipped to handle so much media in one workflow. So that's my only. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not your mistake. It's mine. We're working on making it more robust in that way. But for now, I would split it into every scene should have its own workflow just for sake of convenience, right?
Yeah, absolutely. No, definitely.
Just
Awesome.
quickly, I would like to comment on the concept. It's mind-blowing.
Insane.
I already seen it before, and just the idea is insane. And seeing all the video and your workflow, it just everything is amazing. I'm really glad you went through all the techniques by the book. You used everything, so it's great. I don't have a lot to comment on. I don't have a lot of questions. You've unfolded everything that you have been taught. That all the sessions are in there. So kudos.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
I agree, guys. That just goes to show as well one thing that I spoke on the first session, which is like starting with the what you're doing, like what's the concept, what like the ultimate goal of this workflow. So then you reverse engineer basically. So you had a clear idea, and then that helps you just separate into micro tasks to really do what you envision, right? And yeah, it's just that's a big extra as well. Like a lot of people just start creating straight away when where you plan things and dedicate time to the story. That can make the entire difference. My I guess, just to be nitpicky, my only comment, and I mentioned to you on the uh, homework grade, is just you're repeating a lot of things on the workflow, like the architect, the face sheet. If you can just like clean it up a lot, just put whatever you're gonna use, and also don't drag things to the left, please. Don't drag outputs to the left. just just go left to right. If you're gonna use something behind, just push the whole thing to the left.
Yeah.
Other than that, beautiful work, man. Yeah, we spoke before, so awesome.
No, thank you guys. And again, thank you for having this and Ty
Absolutely.
for the program you guys created. It's amazing.
Lighthouse AI Academy.
Let your curiosity